Hello, welcome back to the Be Happy Now show. I'm your host, Claudia-Sam, your soul connection coach. And today I'm going to have a conversation with you. We're going to converse about getting out of your own way, getting out of your way, getting out of your own way. There we go. And this is my plunge theory. And I'll tell you more about why am I calling it the plunge theory. Let's first just take a collective breath together. Cool. Exhale everything. Plant your feet into the earth and inhale from the nose. Expand your belly, the lungs. Fill the back of your body with breath. And then exhale to let it go. Exhale. You are arriving right here, right now, in this moment. And as I am live with you, it is 2:22 New Zealand time. And this is a way to get out of your own way, to choose to be here right now and see the abundance everywhere, just like in the numbers of the clock. Now, what I'm going to share with you, please feel free to take out a paper and a pen, because this is how you can control your mind when you're your own obstacle. When it feels like you're in your own way and things around you could happen, you could turn the frequency, turn the channel to possibilities. And instead, there's something like a habit or something sluggish from your past that has you just kind of be a boulder in the way, blocking the vision. I'll share with you 3 soul connection coaching tips to support you in getting out of your own way. So the first tip pretty much is to look at, what do you want? What is it that you want that you think you're in your own way for? I'm going to give you an example that's very recent. I just moved from Canada to New Zealand about a little bit over a month ago. And one of the things that has me really connect to the place, to the land, to the reason why I moved here is the sea. Being in the ocean is definitely just, it feels like I belong when I'm near the sea. And now I'm looking at it. And one of the things that is going on here in Nelson, New Zealand, is that there's this group. They call themselves the coffee plungers. And there's many more. They're a big, big group on top of the coffee plungers. And they go plunge in the cold sea water because the water is cold here in New Zealand. Anyway, where I plunge, it's always cold. The water's always cold. Mind you, it is winter here now. They go plunge in the ocean at 6:15 a.m. 6:15 a.m. And one of the things that I wanted to challenge myself this month was to be playful and to have fun. And I know that that's what I want to do, be able to go in the ocean, not mind whether it's hot or cold, doesn't matter. I want to be able to go in because that has me feel like I belong. It has me grounded. It has me feel in flow and living the abundant life that I want. So that for me is what I want, the thing that we're starting our conversation with. So what do you want? P.S. Here's where I invite you to turn the volume in around, what do you want? Why? Why do you want it? So for me, it's for this sense of belonging, and so that I can live my best life, so that I can feel like, hey, I'm creating what I want and I'm experiencing new things. And for me, that has me vibe. It works well for me to try new things. So I also wanted to try and reverse the latest story that I've been experiencing around having period cramps. Ever since I stopped the contraceptive pill a few years ago, my body has been reassessing, reconnecting to its own rhythm without any additives to have it work. So I've had more cramps than I've ever experienced before. So I thought, okay, that's what I want. I want two things. I want to feel like I belong. I want to be close to the water. I want to be in the water. I don't want to care about the temperature of the water. And I want to be in the water. And I want to reverse this way that I've been experiencing cramps during my period. Okay. That's number one. That's the first tip here. We're starting with, what do you want? Pick a simple thing. Okay. It doesn't have to be your life's purpose right here, right now. Okay. Cool. Like, this is a full-on masterclass. I'm giving this to you for free. Please enjoy it. Write notes, ask questions if you want. This is a gift from me to you. The second tip here to move us to have control of the mind when we are our own obstacle so that you can get out of your own way. This is the plunge theory. Notice the imposter. Notice the imposter. In other words, what are excuses that you're giving yourself to not do the thing you want? The thing you want that you know deep down you want it because you know it'll be good for you. It's an idea, it's a spark. But there's an imposter, there's a belief, there's a thought, there's a conversation inside your mind, okay, that has you, that is an imposter, that shouldn't be there. What are the excuses present for you to not get what you want? Here's what it sounded like for me last night, because this happened right now. Last night when I was in the bath, and oh my gosh, this is my new best friend, the bath with the view of the full moon. Hello, I have arrived in heaven. The sea and the full moon and the bath and the palm trees and the sun. I mean, beautiful. As I was sitting in the bath and I noticed the imposter, the excuses were these. Well, it's the first day of your period tomorrow. You should really be resting because that's your inner winter, and you should really be kind to your body and not give your body such a shock of the cold water. You're going to have cramps, so you're going to want to rest. And you should take a warm bath tomorrow, not go in the cold water. You don't need to force yourself to do something. Blah, 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 blah. Great. So here's what I did. When I noticed that this imposter was there, this conversation inside my head was there, I went right back to, what do I want? Because I asked myself, do I really want it? Because I'm not going to force myself, indeed. So if I don't want it, I'm just not going to do it. I have a choice here. I'm my own boss of my body, of my mind, of the way I experience life. And so, okay, do I really want this? So here's us conversing into number 3. We're flowing into number 3, which is remember what you want and focus on the vision of the outcome. Remember what you want. So go back to number 1 and focus on the vision that what you want will provide you with. What's the result that you envision that you really want? So as I caught myself in number 2 with the imposters, that's when I decided, I made a choice, okay, right then and there. Before I went into focusing on the vision of the future, I actually noticed, okay, this is what's going on. I could keep battling with my soul's voice who wants to go plunge. I could keep battling. And, chances are if I give power to all these imposter thoughts, my body is going to create a reason, an excuse that is socially acceptable to get out of it, to not go, to cancel. Because instead of saying, my inner ego mind is going bonkers and creating all these excuses in my mind, instead of saying that, my body might have created worse cramps, Maybe I started to feel a throat tickle because I had a popcorn thing stuck in my throat. And you know how it can irritate the throat sometimes? Well, it could have gotten worse because I could have not made a choice to get out of my own way. And my body would have manifested something physically to make the decision for me. Has that ever happened to you? Like all of a sudden you have a presentation to give and you have no more voice because maybe you're not aligned with what you're going to talk about, or maybe you still have a little bit of work on your confidence to do. And the body has the way to be like, okay, I'm going to just decide for you. That'll be socially acceptable. You'll be able to talk about that. You'll be able to give that as the excuse, not share what's really going on inside. So thanks for being here and having this conversation with me and just tuning in to, oh, is this what's going on for me? And then without any judgment, you just get to make a decision. Once you notice the imposter thoughts and the character of the ego wanting to take over, you can stop it in its tracks. You can stop the ego in its tracks. Okay? Once you've decided to stop the ego in its tracks, stop the imposter syndrome from taking over, then you can go to number 3, which is remembering what you want and focusing on the vision of the outcome. So here's what I did. While I was in the bath last night, I could feel it in my body, how much expansion was being created because I was focusing on the full moon and being in the water and seeing all the stars and meeting new people and being proud of myself and having taken control over my mind and feeling healthy in my body and having no cramps and feeling like I could be gentle with myself without forcing myself to do something. Yes, I even saw myself in the cold water without shivering. That was me visioning the thing I wanted and the result of the thing I wanted. Now, well, guess what? That's what happened. I'm serious. I am serious. When I arrived, I told my friend Sam, I said, okay, Sam, you know what? I am working myself since last night through shifting thoughts and focusing on the vision. And I am taking over my mind right now. I am utilizing my mind as a tool of God, as a channel of love, instead of the ego's fearful, worryful vehicle. Because that's what the human part of me is used to doing with the mind. But I decided to take the reins and take it back. I wanted to give myself a little challenge and it worked. Okay, it worked. It was so fun. And now I'm thinking, well, do I really need to plunge to prove myself that? Maybe not. But it was enjoyable and I'll probably do it again. Now what I know is that I can get out of my own way. It all depends on, do I really want what I think I want? Because then I can get behind the idea of getting out of my own way for something I really, really want. Doesn't that put something in perspective too? If you're like, yeah, maybe I just don't really want what I think I want. And that's okay, because you get the clarity. You get the clarity. One of the things that I do with my clients is help them get to gain the clarity of what they want. And when they know what they want, because some of my clients already know what they want. Some of my clients just want to be able to choose love over fear and consistently reconnect with their soul self so that they can embody the wholeness of who they are in a consistent way. And so those are the kinds of exercises that we do. It's also about being both human and divine, not just one or the other. And in Align, my coaching growth group, one of my coaching growth groups, we use A Course in Miracles, the teachings of A Course in Miracles, to guide you back to love. So if ever you want to inquire about Align, just connect with me on socials. You can find me on Instagram at Coach Claudia-Sam, or on Facebook, my full name, Claudia-Sam Cataford Sauvé, or message me on my Facebook business page, Claudia-Sam Soul Coaching. Now, there's a bonus tip that I have for you. The bonus tip is to soak in the celebration. Soak in the celebration. What does that mean? What does that mean to you to celebrate? It could be, so for me, sometimes it's using my celebration sticks that you might not see shine so much because of the sun, but they are celebration sticks, and just hitting them together, seeing them sparkle and shine, it makes my day. I can almost move to the beat of the shining of the sticks. That can be a way to celebrate. Another way that I get to celebrate is to share this with you. It's to utilize the joy that I'm in and have it expand and create ripple effects in a generous way. Another way I celebrate is to actually soak in the feeling of being proud of myself, of thanking my human self and my soul self for being part of this whole experience. This is a great breakthrough. This is great momentum to the transformation that you are here also to create for yourself. So these were the 4 tips to help you get out of your own way. This is my plunge theory. Okay. And what this really does is that it ups your energy. It has you see that abundance is everywhere, instead of thinking that what your mind creates are obstacles that actually need to stay there and, plant their tent poles in your area, like in your environment. Nuh-uh. This plunge theory has you get out of your own way, and it also helps you believe in yourself, and it has you utilize your mind as a tool of God, of source, of light, of love, instead of a tool for the ego to open its doors to fears and worry and doubt. It raises your energy vibration, and up there in the hertz frequency, and the high hertz is where joy and love and abundance reside. And when we shift from all the obstacles in the mind back up to what we want, and we see the vision of the future as we are experiencing the results of what we want, well, we're vibrating up there. Abundance is what's true. We are out of our way. We are controlling our mind. And we're no longer our own obstacle. How's that? I'm excited to get to know how this was supportive to you. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts if you can. I will be super grateful for you, as I already am super grateful for you. And share the Be Happy Now show with your friends. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.